All right, Sunday quarterback spring game style. Sean, let's talk quarterbacks leading off. I think the story was Adrian Martinez, but in actuality, all the quarterbacks played pretty well.
Yeah, really, there was nothing that you could just pick apart with the guys. But you're right, Adrian Martinez, anybody you talk to coming down the elevators, wow, that Martinez kid. 3 rushing touchdowns, 1 passing touchdown. He led the Red Squad in rushing yards. Hard to really top that. And like Scott Frost said, sometimes it's the play call, the situation, but he made the plays. And you could just see kind of that big picture with him, what he could look like. And I think you could really make a case. If you looked at Adrian Martinez at this stage in the game to Mackenzie Milton at UCF, it's probably not even close. Yeah. I think Adrian Martinez is physically a better player, athlete. Now, Mackenzie Milton took a huge step as a sophomore, but there's a lot to work with there that's going to make this a very interesting decision for Scott Frost over the offseason.
Yeah, Adrian Martinez finishes with 60 rushing yards, 10 of 13 passes, 114 passing yards. He also directed the Red to 3 straight touchdown drives in the first half. Let's talk about Tyjon Lindsey. Here's a guy where this offense fits like a T.
Yeah, he really needed to almost be a part of an up-tempo spread. That's what he was used to at the high school ranks. And he got here for the pro style because he was thinking big picture NFL, but it really wasn't a fit for him. And, you know, last year they went out of their way at times to give him touches and try to make it work. And he said he would put a lot of pressure on himself on those 1 or 2 calls per game just to try to make a play. And now he really is in that rhythm. And we saw him, Andy, years ago at the camp. Was it in Calabasas? Yeah, Calabasas. Where he was at the satellite camp. And, I mean, he was a special athlete then. And I think you're starting to see him kind of come back into that element.
Defensively, you know, the talk was turnovers. They forced 4 of them on the day. They took a step.
Yeah, and that's what they want to do. It's a mentality. Eric Shenander said, I talk about turnovers so much, my guys get tired of hearing about it. And that's the mentality they want to have, whether it's deflecting passes, the old peanut punch, knocking fumbles out, whatever. You know, it's constantly talking about it, working on it, stressing it in practice. We saw some interceptions. And Lamar Jackson, I mean, he hasn't had a pick at Nebraska. So that's a step in the right direction for number 21. And I think he had a good spring as well.
Saturday, really a day about Scott Frost coming back home, and he said he described it as a small step in a long journey in terms of culture change. What do you think about putting a cap on the spring?
Well, yeah, I think today was kind of, you know, obviously the season opener will be kind of the real special moment, but today to go out in front of 90,000, 86,000, and just get that warm welcome. And he said, he goes, walking into the stadium, you could smell the Runzas and the Valentinos. It just felt real. He's been here since December, but just something about today, having the people here, the fans in this stadium, walking out of that tunnel, it just gave it a different feel for him that, you know what, this is where I want to be, this is where I need to be, and I'm excited about what we're doing here right now.
Next time they'll be in this stadium in a game situation, the opener for 2018. The season opener, September 1st. That's a Saturday against Akron.